So recently I've been talking a lot about the ins and outs of fashion when it comes to the menswear industry, all of the things at play that go on behind the scenes, but I really haven't done a menswear basics video in quite a while. I don't even remember the last time I made one, but the other day I also realized I never quite made a just generalized menswear essentials video centered around some of the best menswear essentials brands that you should know about. But the thing that I do want to tell you is when it comes to menswear essentials, you really don't want to skimp out when it comes to cost. I mean, I don't expect you to pay top dollar unless you have the means to, of course, but you really don't have to. I mean, the way that I look at it, from the bottom level to the mid-tier kind of luxury level, which is what we're going to talk about today, there's a huge significant jump in quality versus cost. Because yes, it will cost a little bit more, but maybe not as much as you think. But then on the other side, jumping from the mid-tier luxury level to the higher end quote-unquote top-tier level, such as these wild designers, which a lot of us know about, the jump in quality really isn't all that much. But then the price is significantly different, exponentially more expensive, and in my opinion, it's really not worth it. So just bear in mind, I'm not really going to be talking about the entry level when it comes to menswear essentials. I'm basically going to be talking about brands and garments that are going to sit in your wardrobe for decades. When you kind of think about it, when you purchase a garment for a certain amount of money, the cost of that garment actually decreases the more that you wear it, as opposed to a garment that you got very cheaply and you only got to wear it twice before it disintegrated. The cost per wearing formula is a real thing, and at the end of the day, it allows you to have more clothes in your wardrobe over time, which means also that you'll have to buy less and it'll look like you own more. And that's the beauty of this kind of mid-tier luxury level scene, which we're going to talk about today, because they're basically almost the exact same quality as the super expensive, super crazy luxury designer brands. And I mean, oftentimes the brands that we're going to talk about today are actually better than those brands as well. I mean, it's all about knowing what to buy, knowing who you're purchasing from, and just knowing what works for you. And if you haven't checked out my last menswear essentials videos, definitely make sure to go check that out. I am going to do one that is dedicated to fall winter in a couple of weeks when it really starts to turn over here in New York, because it's still pretty hot, but I still want to enjoy the summer. I don't want to move into making fall winter content so quickly. But yeah, guys, definitely just stay tuned for that. But anyways, today we're going to start off with the first menswear essentials brand that I want to talk about, which is Pool House New York, which has quickly become one of my favorite menswear basics and essentials brands because they make some of the highest quality tank tops, t-shirts, sweats, hoodies, just the overall rounded out basic everyday kind of knitwear that everybody needs multiple pieces of just to have a rotation. And Pool House understands this. And one of my favorite things about them is the more that you buy, the less that you pay, because they know that you need a couple tanks, you need like 2 hoodies, you need a couple of shirts. They really want to help you outfit your wardrobe, and they really just want to help you look good and feel good. And not just that, but they also have some statement pieces, such as their gorgeous Japanese denim jeans, which have various flares or various baggy styles if that's the type of look that you're into. That real, very exaggerate, yet cozy and comfortable kind of look. They also have these incredible crop button-down shirts, which everybody has been asking me to cover in one of my videos, but I never was able to find the right one until this Pool House one came around and really showed me how it feels to have the absolute perfect crop button-down shirt. Pool House is also one of my favorite brands for tank tops, specifically their Montauk tee, which is probably my favorite thing on their website, basically because of the construction, the expertly cut fit, the seaming details at the armhole, as well as the neckline, which is actually made in a binded construction, which means that Pool House engineered these for longevity and also for that old world kind of vintage look. They're also made with this incredible ring spun cotton that literally has the most buttery touch from any tank top that I've ever worn in my life. These Pool House tanks are incredible, and they also have some of the most gorgeous t-shirts that I've ever owned. One of my favorites being the Los Feliz, which is basically meant to mirror the Merdsby Schwanen t-shirt that was worn in The Bear by Jeremy Allen White, but at a fraction of the price. And again, the more you buy, the more you save. So if you're just restarting your wardrobe from scratch, definitely make sure to consider Pool House. Next up, we're going to talk about a brand that I've been crazy about lately. I actually visited their store recently, and the staff there were so helpful. Basically, the brand in question is Engineered Garments, which is a Japanese-inspired Americana brand that is actually made right here in New York. And the thing that I love about that is that when you're so close to your manufacturer and you have that kind of oversight, you're really able to convey a true vision, but also manage and uphold the highest standard of quality possible. Now, what I really love about Engineered Garments is that whether you like a baggy fit, a slim fit, whether Whether you like denim, whether you like militaristic inspired garments, whether you like Western wear, or even if you just like to dress simply, Engineered Garments can service all of those looks for you. And I feel like it's one of those brands that just has a little something for everybody. Engineered Garments to me is the perfect essentials brand for anything that has to do with non-denim pants. Granted, they do have denim pants, but very sparingly. They make incredible militaristic and Western inspired pants out of brushed twills, out of woolens, out of nylon ripstops, hemp and cotton satins. I mean, these garments are absolutely incredible. And what's good about these pants is that they're also engineered for every day, so you don't need too many, but they make sure that the ones that you do have are gonna evoke presence, but they're also gonna complement whatever other garments that you're pairing with them, whether they're from Engineered Garments or not. I also love Engineered Garments for the kind of chore coat styles, some of their shirtings, their jackets. I mean, they're perfect for kind of rounding out those top layers as well. And while they do have a little bit of flavor to them, they do have a little bit of that Japanese styling. They're overall, for the most part, pretty simple, which is great because you can wear them with so many different things and it'll almost kind of look like you're always wearing something new. Now, granted, like I said in the beginning of the video, Engineered Garments is not cheap, but they're also not wildly expensive for what they are, especially considering the styles that they have, as well as being made in New York. And like I said, these are investment pieces, and these are pieces that are meant to sit in your wardrobe for years and years to come. For the next one, I want to talk about a brand that is very near and dear to my heart, and is a brand that I kind of almost credit to introducing me into raw selvage denim, at least really good quality raw selvage denim. So basically, if you want some of the literal best jeans ever made in the world ever, you definitely want to check out Field NYC. Field NYC's dream and mission from its heart and its core is to literally handcraft the highest quality made in America denim using fabrics from all over the world, such as Japan, such as Thailand, such as India. And not just denim pants, but they also manufacture some of the most incredible work pants or everyday leisure pants, from Japanese ripstops, from authentic Irish Donegals, woolen work pants. I mean, whatever you could think of, Field NYC is out here doing it all in a timeless classic style that doesn't necessarily abide by trends. They'll kind of nod their hat at them, but they won't really lean too deep into trendy wear because they want to maintain that kind of classic vintage elegance that we all have fell in love with and has lasted all the way throughout time till now. And Field is very cognizant of the trend cycle, which is why they're able to kind of transcend that, making their garments viable for wear for years and years to come. I mean, Field NYC also has some of the greatest shirtings ever made as well. I'm literally wearing one today. They have incredible flannels, again, some of the Donegal woolens. They also have some of the most gorgeous t-shirts that I've ever seen. And guys, if you're in Ridgewood, Queens, or anywhere in New York, definitely make sure to stop by. This store is right in Queens, right in the heart, because it really is an incredible sight to see. And I promise you, you will not be disappointed. The staff is excellent, they're knowledgeable, and most of all, they really love the product that they sell. So for that everyday pair of jeans that basically every man needs, definitely make sure to go check out Field NYC. Next up, I want to talk about a brand that's been kind of making waves recently in the menswear community, especially for how young it is. And the brand in question is Wythe New York. And Wythe New York is a truly Western-inspired Americana brand that manufactures some of the highest quality shirtings, as well as coats and outerwear that I've ever seen. And the brand owner, as well as creative director, Peter Middleton, was actually born in Texas and had actually worked over at Ralph Lauren, working in the textile department. From what I understand, he was working with manufacturers, maintaining those relationships, and he took that expertise and brought it over to Wythe and breathed a new life into American Western wear. He kind of merged luxury quality modern looks with American vintage staples and married them together to create Wythe, which is why Wythe is one of my favorite brands for overcoatings, with incredible textiles, with beautiful looks, a truly rustic vintage feel, as well as incredibly made t-shirts with, I believe, loop wheel cotton, and vintage style shirtings with the very specific dyeing and washing technique that is actually meant to kind of make the shirt feel and look like you're picking it up from a vintage shop. He also takes meticulous detail into the construction, the quality, and the design of the garments. And he also loves to throw a little bit of flavor into the collections with kind of statement pieces that really help the whole collection in and of itself really pop. One of my favorite examples of that being their sateen Western shirt, which comes in a myriad of different colors. I happen to have the green. It's one of my favorite green shirts that I've ever worn. They have them in color block styles. They have them in solids. They also have beautiful stripes and plaids, as well as flannels that, again, literally mirror the old world vintage look and the old world vintage feel. And at the end of the day, if you needed just one coat and that's all you were gonna wear, which kind of is all you really need, then I would definitely visit Wythe and check out their coats. I mean, they're a little expensive, yes, but when it comes to getting a really good coat that you could literally pass down to your kids, I'd say it's kind of worth the money. Next up, I want to talk about a brand that is the brainchild of two fashion manufacturing geniuses whose knowledge is literally unparalleled and just seemingly endless. The brand in question that I want to talk about is WonderLooper, and WonderLooper is actually a brand that was started by Behzad and Risa over at Naked and Famous, and their mission was to literally make some of the highest quality, most durable, hard-hitting, everlasting, and most of all, heaviest weight knitwear and basics that are literally humanly possible. It's so funny because Behzad was actually telling a story of how manufacturers literally just won't take on certain projects because of how strenuous it is to manufacture some heavyweight garments, especially when you're getting down to the weight of these garments that are being offered at WonderLooper. I mean, everything from their double heavyweight to their triple heavyweight, which I believe is coming out soon. If it's not out already, I'll put the link somewhere. They're extremely heavyweight hoodies. I mean, these are luxury heavyweight basics at their absolute and uttermost finest. And if you guys don't know Behzad and Risa, for those who don't know, they're really kind of no-nonsense people when it comes to menswear, when it comes to fashion in general, when it comes to manufacturing, when it comes to fabric. They're very transparent with how the industry is, how things really work, how they view things, the reason why they do the things that they do. And they also go live and maintain their presence with the community. And that to me is one of the most important things, because what other brand has that level of transparency? I don't know any other brand that's doing that. For them to be able to communicate to us so freely is just a beautiful thing, and that's a connection to a brand at the highest level possible at its core. So with WonderLooper, you're able to kind of take all of the guesswork out and also just feel comfortable knowing who you're supporting when you're buying, and comfortable knowing the product that you're getting when you purchase, because we all understand garments that are made well, they're not cheap, and you really want to know what you're buying, and Behzad and Risa really want you to know what you're buying. That's why I wholeheartedly respect them and think you guys should definitely check out WonderLooper. Next up, I want to talk about a brand that's really special, and the business practices of this brand are pretty much unlike anything I've ever seen in menswear, of doing fashion commentary, of modeling, of designing. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. The brand Unbleached Apparel is a brand that is truly dedicated to the journey of manufacturing 100% cotton garments, primarily made without plastics, without any fixatives, absolutely no dyes at all. And not just that, but is also dedicated to making it accessible for people with basically any type of budget. And I mean, for the level of quality and for the mission and the statement that they're embarking on, I truly cannot express enough how special this journey is. Basically, at the end of the day, all of our clothes that are dyed or bleached, they're really not good for our skin for the most part, and they use a lot of stuff that we really don't know where it's coming from, how it's made, and also we don't really know what it's doing to the environment when it comes to the dye waste, the dye cleanup, and just the overall impact that it has. But Unbleached Apparel's mission is to literally remove all of that and to just make good quality, accessible clothing that's primarily made in the USA and uses absolutely no dyes and no bleaching agents whatsoever. Now, the thing is, this is a small brand, but it is growing, and the mission is so special that I feel like I just had to talk about it. And it was actually started by my good friend Chance, whom to me is one of the most solid human beings that I've ever met. And the thing is, yes, I am promoting a friend's brand on my channel, but if I didn't believe in his mission and I didn't believe in what he was doing, then we probably wouldn't even be friends. I have the utmost respect for Chance, as well as the mission of Unbleached Apparel, especially because at the end of the day, he wants to make as best quality garments as possible while keeping the cost literally as cheap as he possibly could. This level of cost effectiveness is unseen by any other brand. And I mean, the fact that he's willing to take such a pay cut when he knows that he could charge so much more for these brands, like a lot of other brands, which I won't name, are doing when it comes to the price gouging and stuff like that. I mean, how could you not support someone like that? Unbleached Apparel has beautiful t-shirts and knitwear that is manufactured with not only unbleached cotton, but they also come in fox fiber cotton as well. And if you're not really that knowledgeable on fox fiber, Michael over at the Iron Snail has this incredible video that explains all of it, so definitely make sure to check that one out. And they don't just carry their own brand, but they also carry other brands such as Stan Ray, as well as other vintage finds that are made without dye fixatives. So you get a little taste of everything. And that's why I love Unbleached Apparel so much, because the mission, the person behind it, and just the overall excitement that surrounds the brand, to me, is just completely unmatched. Now, for the last essentials brand that I want to talk about today, is a brand that is also very near and dear to my heart, and is a brand that is also achieving a level of transparency that prior to this year was basically unseen by any brand of its size and caliber. And that brand is Buck Mason, which is one of the greatest brands when it comes to American-made, vintage-inspired, American-style garments, and is a brand that literally goes through great lengths to try and bring back as much made-in-America manufacturing as humanly possible. Buck Mason manufactures some of the highest quality, best-looking, expertly cut, and overall long-lasting t-shirts, work pants, casual pants, dress pants, suitings, sport coats, overcoats, jackets. I mean, you name it, they have it. All in incredible fabrics that come from all around the world with a little bit of a creative spin on them. And not just that, but recently Buck Mason has decided to take the effort and join the movement in bringing back Made in America manufacturing. And most recently, I was able to actually cover the Pennsylvania-based knitting mill that they just bought over and rehired everybody from this mill that was actually closed, I believe, for a very long time. And I mean, guys, that's something that's truly special. And if you haven't checked out that video, definitely make sure to go check that one out too. And not just t-shirts, but they also manufacture incredible raw denim jeans in slimmer and straight fits, as well as beautiful militaristic inspired garments, such as their fatigue pants, or even their Navy style inspired deck tees. I mean, Buck Mason has a little taste for everything. All in all, I trust Buck Mason when it comes to providing some of the highest quality clothing, some of the most fashionable menswear, and to overall give me a garment that's gonna last, not only in durability, but is also gonna last throughout style, throughout trend, and throughout time. So guys, definitely make sure to go check out Buck Mason if you can. But anyways, guys, that's where we're gonna stop for today. I have so many other brands that I could talk about, but I am gonna save that for the fall winter edition of this video because I plan on doing these videos every season. And it's been a while since I've made a video talking about menswear essentials themselves and the kind of menswear essentials that I think you guys should own. And if you want to see me redo that, then definitely let me know. But all in all, these brands are pretty much going to cover your wardrobe for whatever you need. Sorry about that, guys. Literally just my outro. Video file corrupted, but we're back. And basically all I wanted to say is the ethos of this video and the idea of the menswear essential is to round out the wardrobe and to have garments that are gonna last and transcend through style, trend, stand the test of time, all of these things, which inadvertently are gonna make you look like you own more than you really do and can wear more than you really have. So basically, the stronger the foundation that you have of menswear essentials, the better off your wardrobe is gonna be in the long run. So guys, definitely drop down in the comments and let me know if you guys want me to do another long form menswear essentials video, or if you have any other questions or any other topics that we should cover. And if you want to add any other menswear essentials pieces or menswear essentials brands that you guys stand by, anything that I might not have covered, definitely make sure to drop it in the comments. I always say that I love to learn as much from you guys as much as you learn from me, and you never know who you're going to help down in the comments. So anyways, with that being said, thank you guys again, and I'll see you next week.